So we learned the basics about Next, but what is if I still want to compose my application from components and not just pages? Should I not do that anymore? You absolutely should. The way you build your React application doesn't change. It's still a good practice to compose your application of many small pieces. So let's add a new folder, components. And this folder name actually is up to you. Next.js doesn't care about it. You could name it C, CMP, whatever you want. In there, I'll add my user.js file, a user component. I'll create a constant user, get some props maybe, and then output some JSX. And for that, I'll of course, as always, import React from React like that and export this user constant as the file default. In here, we can now create a new div where I want to output some user data, like for example, the name, which I expect to get via props, and then let's say also the age, props age. So that's a very simple component, of course. Deliberately, because we're not building components, I want to show you how to use that in the Next.js application. Now, once we got this component, we use it as always. Let's say we want to use it in the auth index.js file. We simply import user from. Now let's go up and let's go up to the components folder and there import the user file. And I then simply add my user component like this, passing the name prop since I expect this, and the age prop, which is a number like that. This is how I can use this. Now, if we save all the files and we go back, you already see it here, max 28. So we still work with components in our Next.js application. We just have this special pages folder, which also contains components, functional or class-based ones, but which is the only folder which gets some special treatment because Next.js will parse all the files in there as pages, create routes for them, and automatically code split. By the way, the code splitting of course also includes components included in that page, like the user component. We only use that in the auth component, in the auth index.js file, so we only load the code for it if we navigate to that page. If we spend our entire time on the main index.js page, where we don't use the user component, we would never load the code for this either.